Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video, and today playing a really cool deck. I hope, I think, it's my first ever play with this deck. I haven't run any leagues, so you'll be along for the ride. It is Beseech Saga Storm or Saga Bowmaster Storm. It's a list I got from Ali. ALLI on X, who is a famed lands pilot. But before Ali played lands, he was crushing me with Ant at our LGS like 10 years ago. And so I think Ali just never lost the appetite for dark rituals, even though he got lost in casting Life from the Loam. But yeah, this list is I think really cool. I've made a couple of modifications. I'll touch on them briefly. It's my second go around with this sort of Beseech deck. Or actually, maybe not, because the first go around I had was a Doomsday Beseech hybrid. You'll see that there is actually one copy of Doomsday. That's something I added. Ali was not playing this. But with this 5 card package, we can pivot onto a line where Beseech the Mirror doesn't need to go through the graveyard. We already kind of have that with Empty the Warrens, but sometimes you want something else. So yeah, I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to be good. It's also a little bit fun and on brand, so it is what it is. But I do think it's somewhat legitimate to actually to not. You have to be able to win without going through the graveyard with your combo, I think, in post-board games. This deck has Orcish Bowmasters and Urza's Saga as a sort of non-combo plan that also kind of synergizes with the combo because Bowmasters and Urza's Saga leave behind tokens that can then be bargained with Beseech the Mirror, and Saga itself is an enchantment, so it can be bargained away. Ali was playing like one copy of the One Ring, I guess, to find with Beseech in cases where you don't want to go for Gaia's Will. And was also playing 4 full copies of Sauron's Ransom. Now that's not really a card that I am super hyped about playing. I think like the give your opponent agency over the card you're going to be getting is not. I mean, it's a fun card, but I don't really like. You are giving your opponent the opportunity to mess with hidden information from you, um, and also it's like a lot of the time it's going to be like a 3 mana draw too, um, where your opponent has sort of had influence. Obviously, the ring tempts you thing is can be really good, and I see a lot of people playing this card, and I'm not gonna pretend that I know from thorough testing that it's not good, but I'm just not sort of on the face of it that impressed, and I think I can sort of see it in those blue black shells where you're trying to have a mid range and long term game with Mystic Sanctuary that like you keep buying it back. That's kind of kind of cool. But yeah, so a couple of things here. I added an Empty the Warrens because I think there are going to be times where you have like Petal Ritual Beseech, for instance. And so wait, I'm just make sure I actually get that right. So in that case, you would have 5. If you also had a land, you would actually have 6 mana. So there, the Beseech could bargain twice, probably, right? No, you'd only have 5 mana because then you couldn't sack the Petal to Beseech to bargain. But anyways, there are scenarios where you can only Beseech with bargain once, where you don't have something to sacrifice the second go around, and just being able to like on turn 1 go for a quick like 8 goblins, for instance, maybe even 10 goblins, is kind of tempting. And also, I think like some people might not might let this resolve because they're expecting Gay as well. So yeah, I want the Empty the Warrens. It's a toss up I think between whether or not this belongs in the main deck or in the sideboard, but I wanted it in my 75. So things of concern. Blue count is pretty low. 18 is just about as low as I think is reasonable to go. Um, Also, having only one gay as well, functional and actual, is a little bit can be problematic. Unfortunately, it's sort of not a card you want to draw. So adding a second copy is going to give you clunkier draws. Also, you could add stuff like As Foretold. I think I played that in my like formal list, but it doesn't feel like a very good card. So for now, it's you have to brainstorm it away or just like win with your Urza Saga tokens and Bowmasters or whatever. So those are the concerns. Like having 4 Chrome Moxen is also like a lot of that card, but um, but we shall see. So I think that's enough talking here. Let's go jump into a league. On the play for round number 1, let's see what we get here. Ugh, I mean, this hand, immediately we're faced with the K as well in the main hand. Our land, we can get lands with the Lauren revealed, but we can't really combo. I think this is awkward. Like if I think basically if Gay as well was any other card, I would call this hand completely sort of acceptable. So it's not because we have like even like this would be a good 6 card hand, but I am worried that like if I don't get to a brainstorm, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it. I think I'm gonna keep. Uh, I'm not thrilled though. So first order of business is to find a brainstorm. I think. Um, yeah, I guess I'm happy enough to take Force of Will here and then into Thoughtseize. Force of Will giving us some protection. So I will fight over a Chalice, I think. Yeah. I mean, we can bounce the Chalice with Auto Aura, but then it comes back the following turn. I think, like, this is a reasonable, like, place to point a Force of Will. They thought about it. I'm wondering if this is, like, 8 cast, but I think if you're 8 cast with Force backup and your opponent forces a Chalice, you probably force back. Nevertheless, I'm gonna lead off with a Thoughtseize here. Oh my. Holy smokes. So it's between, I think it's between like getting Magus of the Moon next turn or them getting like the initiative thing. I think like this Magus we can get like an island here. But an island doesn't cast any of our black spells. I think I actually have to take the Magus, unfortunate as that is, and just hope to be able to outpace the initiative dude. Well, there's a Beseech the Mirror. Okay, as well. God damn it. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna draw the Beseech, and then I'm gonna have a think whether or not I want to. No, actually, I'm not. That's probably pretty easy. I'm gonna cycle this Lord Revealed in my draw step to get a fresh draw. Oh, they go for the Fable. Okay. I mean, that's also very good, but that buys me maybe like one more turn throughout the game. It also sort of increases the chance that they will find another like Chalice or Blood Moon effect. So I probably get Basic Island here to. No, I'm gonna get Underground Sea. There's a Dark Ritual, so no. I was gonna say all we need now is Brainstorm, but we also need Brainstorm to find us something to sack for the bargain. Let's see if they rummage anything away here. They do the Fury and the Spirit Guide. Wonder if that means they drew some gas here. They're gonna know that we're up to no good here, so I don't think they're gonna value like non-prison pieces, I suppose. So if they found another Magus of the Moon here, we're just dead. So maybe I am. maybe like playing the second Gay as well is not the end of the world because you get Chromox. You have 4 Chromox to sort of put it to use. Okay, so they have the initiative. Next turn they're gonna probably make this a 7/5 and deal us 9. So we are running out of time. Come on, brainstorm. It's not a brainstorm. Play that out. I mean, I could beseech and not bargain and just get the card brainstorm, and then hope for my next turn to like brainstorm into beseech plus something to, I don't know. Not sure on the odds of that. Although I'm not even sure. Like, so let's say we draw brainstorm. I would need to hit like pretty good. I'm gonna pass. Uh, and I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play the land. I'm not sure because if we do hit brainstorm, we also want to be able to put something back. Yeah, I think I keep the land. Gotta dream big. So we might get like Chalice here, and it won't matter anyways. So looks like they are gonna deal us 9 here. Do you have anything else? They get the trigger. What does this reveal? Or exile. Trinisphere. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Well, I'm not beating Trinisphere, which I assume they're gonna be casting in the immediate future. Alright, so Blood Moon Prison decks, traditionally pretty strong versus spell-based combo. We're gonna have to see if we can do better for game number 2. Okay, so I think we want Force of Negation. I think Shoulder is not the worst. I think we probably don't want Doomsday. And Dress Down doesn't really, like, Dress Down doesn't stop Magus if it's in play already. It has to be cast with Magus on the stack. So these 4 cards here, is there anything? Like, Bowmasters is not amazing, I don't think. Like, they don't really have creatures that line up well with it, and they draw off of Saga, but they can choose not to do so. So I think actually I'm gonna cut the Bowmen. Like a quick Empty the Warrens, I don't hate. Like, they don't have life gain in their Ancient Tomb deck, so like if you can get 8 goblins, and then their hand might only work off of Ancient Tomb, that kind of adds up. So, and yeah, Shouldered is just good if you can get her down early enough. Then like, yeah, it's just strong card. Can gum up the ground, guaranteed sort of a clock, and pads our own life total. Pads our own life total. All right, let's see what we can see here. No, I don't think this works. Chromox showing their ugly face here. I mean, this hand, if they don't have, um, if they don't have Blood Moon, this hand I think is pretty good. If they have Blood Moon then or Mags of the Moon, then we pretty much just lose. I don't think I'm gonna go down to 5, so I'm gonna put Tendrils on the bottom, and I think I'm going to imprint. Probably. Okay, there's Leyline. Yeah, probably going to imprint. It's tough. Like, Lauren revealed getting a land that makes mana is actually pretty good, but Brainstorm is good too. So how does this Saga math actually work out? No, I think I'm gonna imprint the Brainstorm. I think that's the better play. Because I think I am gonna want like another land, and I think probably we just forego the storm and play out the pedal now and just pray for everything, with everything that is holy, that they don't have Magas of the Moon. Okay, well, at least they don't have turn 1 Magas. So I'm gonna island cycle here. And yeah, I mean, even now, a Blood Moon, like, we still get 1 construct. I immediately wish I had gotten a black mana source. I think I just played the second Saga. Okay, let's giddy up here. Uh-oh, that makes... Okay, phew. Okay, I mean, this can still go wrong, obviously, but I don't hate that. Okay, so I'm not a very experienced Urza Saga pilot here. Maybe, yeah, and actually, that was dumb that I play out the Saga, right? I got ahead of myself, because now I'm gonna miss out on a construct. Yeah. Ugh. Or actually, will I? I can, so hang on. So if I tap, it'll cost me the pedal, I think. But if I tap Saga with 2, that's about to go up to 3, and pedal Chromox to make 2 dudes, or make a dude, and then when it pops, I get a Chromox and imprint the Thoughtseize, and then play my land, and then I can like make more. I think that's actually fine. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna cost me the pedal, but that'll be replaced. Ooh, and I even drew another pedal, so excellent. Okay, so this is that one. I'm gonna create a dude. I could also not imprint, but no, I need to imprint to get the value. So let's go. They could still out-muscle me here, but I'm gonna see if they're gonna trade. Okay, they're not. So I'm gonna make it bigger. May as well. Okay, I mean, this is a pretty big clock. They would probably need some sweeper effect here, I would imagine. Okay, they brought in Pyroblast. Reasonable. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let this connect rather than give them the opportunity to like cast a Fury and kill one of my tokens. Yeah, and they concede. Okay, sweet. Wow, that was I felt nervous the whole time, not gonna lie. So they have Leyline of the Void. I wonder if now they pivot out of that. I still don't feel like bringing in Doomsday, even though they've shown us Leyline, because Doomsday just feels like they shown us Pyroblast too. Like, a lot of things have to go right. Is there anything else we would potentially want here? Like Dress Down. They are an initiative deck, but then again, we're an Urza Saga deck. Would I be interested in the Dothies? Probably not. Just for the clock value, maybe. I think I'm gonna submit this. We have 6 forces and 4 Thoughtseize, so that's also not nothing. I think in this kind of matchup, the deck that's on the play, if it draws like the top tier of what it can draw, then it'll win. Like if I have Force here, but if they have like double Chalice, double Spirit Guide, Soul Land or something, then, you know, or Trinisphere or Blood Moon. But yeah, I am going to keep here, and I think oh, they mulligan to 6. Great. I think I am probably okay with a Chalice here, because I have the Saga plan in hand. We'll see. We have no mana acceleration, so like going turn 1 Saga doesn't really work. Okay, so they kept 6. They have no Leyline. Okay. So if I draw like a Chrome Mox here, that would be great. Empty the warrens. That's probably not so great. Yeah. Let's So what absolutely has to not resolve from them is a Blood Moon. Fable. I don't think we point the counterspell at Fable. Instead, I think we fetch basic Swamp here and then Island Cycle Lorien Revealed. I mean, we are playing into Blood Moon anyways with the Urza Saga, so maybe it's not that important, but it is kind of nice. Yeah, okay, let's get this Saga going. So they get to Rummage. What? So they get rid of a Fury here. So I am worried about like Blood Moon backed up with Pyroblast. But I mean, if that happens, so be it. Alright, this is it. Do you also have the Pyroblast? If you do, then I'm pretty much fresh out of luck here. Okay. Yikes. So immediately we draw a mountain. And yeah, that probably was the game. They had their prison piece and they were able to back it up with a Pyroblast. I mean, I could draw something like a Brainstorm, of which there are only 3 in the deck, and then like hit Dark Ritual plus something. Even just like Dark Ritual would be 6 goblins. Yeah. So this is no bueno. I can't even like I can't cast the Chrome Mox because then I'm imprinting. I guess I could have done it imprinting the Beseech and then like had 4 goblins. But okay, now they're getting a lot of like treasures so they can start casting their expensive spells, and I'm not sure, like Dark Ritual here? Does that do it? Dark Ritual maybe does it? I'm not sure if it's enough. Yeah, they're at 16, so like as long as this is not a prison piece, like a Trinisphere or a Chalice, then we have the Dark Ritual as the draw. Not sure it's enough Storm though. Layla of the Blade, or Layla of the Blade Reforged. Okay. Played post combat. That's interesting. They needed the treasure. Come on, Dark Ritual. No. So how much am I taking next turn? Like 2, and then exile. You may play that card this turn. Okay. Well, I'm playing a land. So now like a Petal or another. No, it has to be Petal. Petal or Dark Ritual. And I could just actually, I could make some goblins here, just 2 goblins to buy us another turn. Or I could make it like 4 goblins, but that would cost me a storm for next turn then. So I think probably just 2. Alright. I've emptied my warrens. They weren't very full. Now they can copy Layla and then like get 2 things off. Okay, so but they don't do that. They want the mana. They only get 1 extra mana, so actually like because they're tapping. Okay, let's see what they hit here. Caves of Chaos Adventurer, sure. And do I need to? This is now a 3/3. I guess I could. So next turn I'll be taking 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna eat the shaman token. it doesn't really matter. They're gonna pay with their treasures and get the thing. The cave of chaos adventure. Caves of chaos adventure. That's such a clunky or weird name to say for a creature because you feel like you're naming the caves. All right, come on. Any blue card is it like any blue cantrip is a redraw unless they also have another blast for that. Dark Ritual is good. Okay. So come on, please. No. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, GG's opponent. Alrighty, on the play for round number 2. Yeah, this this hand has piqued my interest. I think I am going to Polluted Delta fetch Swamp and then Thoughtseize, and then I'm gonna cycle Lorn Revealed in my upkeep and get a basic land and have my my cantrips up. I could also just like imprint one of the blue cards on this Chrome Mox, but not sure. Like if I see like 2 Blood Moons or like a Prismatic Ending, then I'm happy I'm doing things this way. Oh, it's a mirror of sorts. Um, hmm. So what do we take here? We probably take the Burning Wish. They have 2 tutor effects though, so we could also, I don't know, like take the Mox Opal, but I don't think, no, I think I'm taking Burning Wish here. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna stick to my plan. If they wanna like Thoughtseize my Chromox, that's fair. And this is not a deck that's gonna be playing Blood Moon, so I'm just getting Underground Sea here. The basic Swamp may be putting them off, but for now they have to respect us potentially being like just a blue-black scam deck. I do think they actually play Swamp. Alright. We draw a Lotus Petal. I think I'm gonna shuffle these actually. Oh, fuck off. Well, I am kind of disappointed that this has now come up in 2 games so far. Like drawing this. I guess, you know, it's a card in your deck. You aren't really allowed to be too upset that you actually drew it, but yeah, not feeling great, gotta say. Okay, so they play the Wish Claw. Let's ponder here. Love to find a Brainstorm. Well, there's a Beseech. I think I'd take the Beseech and then continue on my quest for a Brainstorm with this Ponder, because now we are like really close to just winning. And there is a Brainstorm. Yeah, let's actually let's Thoughtseize here, and let's well, I have enough mana if I Thoughtseize now, because I'm gonna next turn I'm gonna use 1 to Brainstorm. Assuming I don't like get more mana. So Chromox imprinting Thoughtseize. That's 4. Petal is 5. Brainstorm brings it back down to 4, and then Beseech. We can't really very well like Beseech for a win if we don't have Dark Ritual, right? I think I am actually gonna Thoughtseize. I think now is a good time for that. So let's see. Can they get to 6 mana next turn? It's like they have 3 lands, 4 with Petal, 5 with Mox Opal, and then this costs them 1. Just wondering if it's better to take the Mox Opal. Like, if they rip any ritual, then Desire. But then like any ritual, and if I take Desire, then they have, let's see here, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, that's 2. Myers 3. 2 lands for 5. Then they just, let's say it's Dark Ritual, then they have 7, and then they use 1, so they, like, Dark Ritual lets them go nuts with Mind's Desire anyways. I think I still have to take Mind's Desire because if they, like, get any Chrome Mox or something like that, or like Mox Opal, then that's pretty bad for me. Okay, let's hope this sets them at least back just 1 turn here. Obviously, like, getting Thoughtseized here would be kind of disappointing. We're also up against a deck that plays likely 4 main deck Veil of Summer. So if they just drew one of those, then, and even if I get like Dark Ritual off the Brainstorm and cast this turn, then I'm kind of, I'm just dead. I mean, I'm gonna fizzle. My combo's gonna fizzle, and then they will finish me off in short order. But let's see. So I think, did I just leave them with like ad nauseum here? Maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did, especially if they found something to imprint. Okay, but they didn't imprint anything. Okay, they were going for a relay. So, could they have, I guess, I don't know, if they're a Mind's Desire deck, I don't know if that probably means they're not playing ad nause. Alright, so, relay hits relay, that's really good. Ritual, yeah, so they probably kill us this turn. We're gonna have to put in some work. Okay. So we're putting back the will. That was sort of the whole reason for this. The problem is we aren't going to get to enough mana to make this count, I don't think. So let's say we put back Chrome Mox. I'm not sure. Just need to think for a second here. So if we put back Lorien Revealed, then we, yeah, we aren't going to have enough cards to imprint twice on a Chrome Mox anyways, so we may as well, but I guess like then having the extra Chrome Mox just for Storm is probably better. So Brainstorm is 1, the 2 Chrome Mox that's 3, Petal is 4, Beseech is 5, but then what? Then we won't have any mana floating is the problem. So we can like get to empty the Warrens, but they're gonna like be going off next turn with their Wishclaw Talisman and their Galvanic Relay in Exile. I don't know. So I think in any case, we're getting rid of a Lorien Revealed here. Okay. So we could cast Ponder off of Underground Sea, and if Ponder finds us any imprintable, oh no, never mind. No, because Ponder is getting imprinted. So yeah, let's choose Ponder. And I think you have to cast this if you bargained it. You have to cast it then. You don't get to save it. It doesn't say you may cast it this turn. So I have to, if I want the Storm to pay off here. Let's just make sure I'm not getting this wrong. Let's say I get Gaia's Will. The whole point of me like searching for the Brainstorm to get rid of that card. Then I get to replay Lotus Petal, and I get to replay a land, and then let's say I cast Brainstorm, and from like the Lotus Petal, then I have 1 untapped land. Then Brainstorm finds me Dark Ritual plus another mana of some sort, like 2 Dark Rituals. Then I could Beseech, but it seems too risky, right? Brainstorm has to hit 2 semi-specific cards. Okay, I think I'm just gonna imprint, or not imprint, but play this. So make sure to click no. Let's cast this, and let's bargain away the non-imprinted Chrome Mox. Oh, I so want to cast this gay as well. But no. Right? Right? Talk me out of this, please. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. We lost our card in hand anyways. Okay, get the empty and cast without paying the mana source and probably lose. Okay, I'm F6'd. So if they use the the Wish Claw, they probably will need they will have to win this turn, I think. Because if they don't, then I guess I'm not even able to kill them. Okay, so they get LED. Oh, and there's Echo. That's interesting. I mean, that's slightly good enough, but I am a Force of Will deck. Okay, well, I mean, I whiffed, but they could also have whiffed here, so they did just give me a Wishclaw Talisman. They have a Chrome Box in Exile that can be cast off of this and they have the Galvanic Relay. Uh-oh. More Echo? Wait, what? Oh, they just get the Tendrils. Yeah, never mind. GG's. Oops. Wish I had drawn a Force of Will, huh? They had Veil of Summer in their hand that they chose not to cast. They must think I'm like not a Force of Will deck. So that's useful, I think. Okay. Dothy Voidwalker seems like a card that has text, as does Shieldred. Although they can, like, with Mind Desire, they can pretty easily win through Shieldred. So what do we cut here? I actually don't like the Empty the Warrens plan versus the fast combo deck. I kind of want to be careful about the blue count here. I think probably the Urza Saga plan is just not that appealing. So going down this many lands seems risky, but 11 lands, but we do have 4 Chrome Mox and 4 Petal. And let's what's the last cut here? Maybe it's like one of the creatures, like 8 creatures is a lot. I think Bowmasters is fine. They are a Brainstorm deck, but they are an Echo of Eons deck. But they're also a Veil of Summer deck, and if they go for like an Echo of Eons, they get to draw their cards before the Bowmaster triggers have to resolve, so they can just draw a Veil, and then with the Bowmaster triggers on the stack, they can resolve the Veil. Okay. This seems to be a trend here, but yeah. I also, wait, do I have the win here? No, I don't. Oh, god fucking damn. This is so aggravating. This would have been maybe a win? No, maybe not, because we can't imprint twice on this. I am gonna keep, make a turn 1 Dothy and hope that sort of is going to be good enough. So what do I imprint here? Probably the Dark Ritual. Although with the Gazel in hand, the Beseech is just not a thing right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna imprint the Beseech. Like that way, if I draw like Shieldred, she's a live draw that can happen next turn. So let's see here. I think I like Thoughtseize, although they could be like just sitting on that Veil, right? I think I am going to take the Thoughtseize though, And then not the Force of Will. Sad as that may be. I think I'm going to hold back the Dothi, because if they do Veil here, then I want at least to be able to have the option of just keeping open Veil of Summer forever. Oh shit, they have sixth. That's sick. Okay, well, I mean, here's a Veil of Summer. So now I have Veil. If I never attack with this, I have Perpetual Veil. But I also do need to get them dead. So I think I am going to attack here. I don't think with what they have in hand they can put like tendrils onto me next turn at least. And look at me also just being an idiot here. I should have taken the I should have put Force of Will on top here, because Force of Will can be cast with my Dark Ritual. Okay, is this like another relay that we're looking at here? Where's that go? Yep, okay, 4 spells. 5 spells. Petal. Opal. Wishclaw. Veil. And then the relay is exiled. Which means I could theoretically cast the relay now. But I don't think so. I'm going to pass the turn here. And see where this goes. So there's a Veil of Summer in the graveyard that they shouldn't have let get there. So I feel like I am sort of playing with house money here. And there's a Brainstorm if we need to get rid of the Gaia's Will in hand. Dothi Voidwalker, such an interesting little card. I guess there was already a Brainstorm there from before. Okay, so you have Veil of Summer, and I cannot counter your stuff. Mind's Desire, okay. LED, good start. So far, a lot of mana. Oh, there was a Burning Wish. And a huge relay. Okay. So there's still a Burning Wish in exile and a Wishclaw Talisman. So if they have Grape Shot and they don't miss the me casting Veil of Summer line out of the graveyard, then I'm just gonna have 6 here actually. I can always cancel that. So they just get to take a peek here. And yeah, I'm fine F6ing, because if they kill me with Grape Shot, then then I'm dead anyways. But if they get Tendrils on the stack, then I'm not gonna like run out of time. It takes time to target with Tendrils. Also, even them breaking here, or not breaking, but like failing to see the thing here. Okay, so yeah, they're making a lot of mana. But yeah, even them sort of, if they play into this Veil of Summer I have showing, then they may have just enough resources, and I will have sufficiently few resources. Okay, hang on. So this is where I stopped them. But they have a giant relay. Oh, hang on. What the fuck? That's so dumb. Yeah, I guess I didn't press my stop yielding buttons hard enough. So instead of being at 17 or whatever it was, I'm now at 3. So they could just they can Burning Wish for what do you call it? They can Burning Wish for Grape Shot, but they would need no, Grape Shot is just 2 mana. So never mind. But they have to not have Grape Shot in their deck or in their sideboard. Okay. But I mean, that doesn't really, this doesn't change me not like yielding in time or re-yielding or whatever. And I even drew the Force of Will that I knew was there, which I didn't need. I'm just all over the place here. There's Grape Shot. Alright, I got thoroughly smashed there. I even, like, they even made that punt with the Veil, and it just ended up not mattering. Alright, GG's opponent. On the draw for round number 3. So that's probably good, seeing as we've lost the 2 games we were on the play. Alright, opponent mulligans this. Ooh, down to 5. Am I getting oopsed all spells? 4, jeez Louise, okay. So it's one of those decks. Or just someone crushingly unlucky with a normal deck. Well, Tropical Island typically isn't in decks that I would expect to mull to 4, so this could be Storm, but it could also just be like a random blue deck. Okay. I feel like we can probably afford to 2-for-1 ourselves with this Dark Ritual and just put them into the dirt if they have like another cantrip here. Yup. If they have Daze, then this is gonna turn out well for them, but they'll need to daze me now, of course. Oh, I just had, oh, it just resolved. Okay, never mind. I was sitting there waiting. So we get a 4/4 here. I think if I'm them, I guess depending on what's in their hand, if they're close to a combo win, then sure. If they're not, I'd be close to like wanting to concede here and just not show me anything else. Okay. Okay, more Bowmasters. I'm gonna start off with a Ponder. I think I shuffle here. Urza Saga. That's nice. Okay. Fetch at the beginning of combat. Is this seriously just like Rug Delver that mulled to 4? That seems incredible. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not. My guess is it's show and tell. I'm gonna Thoughtseize here. Hope they don't have Veil. They don't. Okay. So let's So if they draw a show and tell here, then what? Then I'm just dead. If I remove the Emrakul, then they get to draw 3 with Lorien off of Omniscience. I think I'm just removing the Omniscience, and then probably like dead to show and tell. Also, like, it has to be show and tell. Like, sneak attack doesn't do it because they don't have the mana. All right, cool. They bow out after a mulligan to 4. All right, so let's bring in the Force of Negations and the Shouldreds. We are a 4 Thoughtseize deck, so having Dothy Voidwalker against the Omniscience Emrakul deck is pretty legit. So let's board out the Empty the Warrants, the Considerer. Let's board out. Like some copies of Urza's Saga, but maybe not all of them. So they'll need to find 3 cards. I kind of prefer them not to be blue. Do we just like not have the Gaia's Will and not have full number of Beseeches? Because we can still Beseech and then like get Shouldered, which is a really fine play versus them. Yeah, I think I actually don't mind this. Maybe I'd in this world I want more Ursa Saga then, because like then what are all these Chrome Oxen like doing? And also just like having more of a legit threat here, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this seems like a hand that does the things that I want of a hand. So we have a Petal. Defense Grid. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think probably we force here and we pitch the preordain in order to have guaranteed second land drop off of Lorien. Okay. So I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize here rather than like keep open Lorien into Bowmasters and just hope to naturally draw land to Bowmasters off. Because I also think like now I'm interested in holding Lorien to pitch to force. Okay. I feel like I probably want to take the sneak attack. I think it's between that or ponder. Taking the ponder is pretty tempting. I'm gonna take the ponder. Yeah, because like the force of will like gets the sneak attack here and just not letting them sculpt is pretty appealing. Okay, now I'm a little bit in a bind here because Lauren revealed is my blue card. And they just draw brainstorm anyways. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think I can island cycle this Lauren revealed. So they're not able to shuffle here. Okay, so I guess I can island cycle now and play my land because I might draw another land next turn and want that defense grid. So their last two cards in hand is Atraxa, Sneak Attack plus X. Um, I don't know. I feel like if I force here, this Atraxa is gonna come down. And if I don't force, then the Atraxa probably also comes down. uh, so let's let this resolve. That's nice. That's pretty nice. What do we want here? Do we want to play out the Otawara and keep open force of will? I think we do. We could also like bounce the defense grid. Maybe that would have been like cuter, but nah. Because this way we're also like if we draw another mana source, we can just cast shoulder it on our turn. Okay, so they're cycling lure and revealed. Sure. And now I wish I had like cast Bowmasters on my turn. Dothy. Wow, so many spells, so little mana. They have to be smelling the force of will for me. Yeah. Oh no. They're going for it. Oh, Hull Breacher. That's interesting. Sure. So we still know two of their three cards. Okay, I think I'm gonna cast this. And I'm going to bargain or imprint rather. What do I get here? I guess the Dothy probably. Yeah, like one more land, and we can like start to cast Orcish Bowmasters on their end of turn. Okay, looks like they ran out of patience, or they found a protection spell. Let's tap and pitch. So they have okay, and they pitch Atraxa. So I wonder if that means that can either mean they have like a better creature, or that was just their one-off blue card and they were investing in getting this down. Okay, I'm gonna cast Shieldred while the coast is clear and just hope they aren't sitting on like Emrakul. Or I guess the black thing. What's it called? Archon. Okay. What do you got? Boo. Okay. GG's. Right. Is there a way to fit Urza Saga number 3 in here? Probably. Maybe it's in place of like a lotus petal. And maybe the second or the fourth saga in place of the second petal as well is fine. We're not like winning with Storm. Like the fast mana now is just to get out Shieldred or like Dothy or Bowmasters, really. And I think in this case Chromox is better than Petal because it works better with the sagas. Yeah. I mean we could signal the world's loudest Bowmasters here. But I think I'd rather Thoughtseize. Okay. So Flusterstorm Archon. So I think I take the Archon actually and leave them with I'm gonna play out the petal anyways. Leave them with the brain so the fluster. There's Saga. Hello. Okay. I'm passing here. I'm gonna Bowmasters in response to Brainstorm. If they force pitching Lorien, then fair enough, because like obviously Flusterstorm is gonna beat my force. But if they didn't draw any answer to this, then I'm gonna start like I'm gonna have a pretty significant clock between the Bowmaster and the army and then the construct. I'm at least getting one, which I guess will only be a 1/1 because it'll cost me my petal. But who knows? Maybe I'll draw land. All right, they're fetching in response to the second. Oh, and they might have Veil here. Yeah. Is there a way to cancel these? Always yield to trigger abilities. Yield to trigger abilities until end of turn. But what if I don't? I guess I already. Nah, never mind. I already pointed all of these, so it's too late. But I'm gonna let this happen. Um, and then I'm gonna aim this at itself. And it's now a 2/2, and at least it became a 2/2. I could have like forced the veil now that they can't fluster. Okay. See, maybe I should have done that. I don't know. Land would be cool, or a Chromox, I guess. You know what? I think I'm gonna forego the token, the construct token, and I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna imprint Shouldered here. Not imprint Shouldered. Imprint. Probably Brainstorm and hope to draw another force or another blue card. Like if they have. Actually, maybe just the they've shown us. Okay, first of all, they have shown us Hull Breacher. So Brainstorm is not that appealing. On the other hand, they also have that Flusterstorm sitting in hand, so the force is going to be pretty weak. But I think I am going to hope to hit another blue card. Okay, so they had force pitching Flusterstorm. Okay. Well, we still get to make a what will be a 3/3 next turn, but we might not get a next turn if they found what they needed here. Okay, defense grid, sure. I cannot answer that. So I can make, okay, so I can make like a 3/3 and get a, or make a 2/2, but then get a Lotus Petal. We'll make it a 3/3, and then from next turn on, I have Force of Will on. Or I can just like not make a construct here, tap it for mana that won't do anything, and then like get a petal, and then have Force of Will up from now. The difference is I have 3 power versus I have 6 power, so I'm gonna beat them down to 11, and then it will be a 2-turn clock versus a 4-turn clock. So I think this is risky. Because if they have the win next turn, then I'll be sad. But if they don't, then there will be much fewer turns that I will have to sort of survive. And they're fetching to not get uh, to not get got by a pithing needle, which is fair. Okay. Is your 2 cards in hand plus the third you draw show and tell / sneak attack plus a thing? Okay, sweet. I guess I mean, they had one more turn. Like I would get the turn, beat them down to 3. But maybe they just had nothing, and they know they can't like draw brainstorm and then like get the goods, because then the bowmasters get them. All right, cool, on the board. Happy about that. Uh-oh, we're on the play again. Yeah, I can't keep this. No mana source. I mean, this has mana sources, but I'm not thrilled. But I guess I'll keep. We can Thoughtseize. We have Force. I'll put Basic Island. I'll put Basic Island back. And then Thoughtseize off of Undergrounds. And then we have Ottawara in case. Yeah, I don't know. Like in case they make Marilage or something. Looks like they kept 7. Alright. Let's hope this Thoughtseize is good. Oh, what is this? Like mono-white initiative kind of thing? Boromir. So whenever I cast a spell, it gets countered if no mana was spent. You can sacrifice him to blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. They basically have two whatchamacallit, if this is cast like only one spell per turn kind of thing. We have Ottawara, so that's kind of nice. So which one would we least like to be faced up with? Oh, I guess this is the Canonist effect. This says only 1 per turn, whereas this says if no mana was spent, counter it. So I think I'd rather play against the Phyrexian Censor, actually, because our whole deck is like built around resolving 0 mana spells or bargaining our way to not paying for them. So, and they have Cavern of Souls, which means that they are going to get to get through my Force of Will here, which is unfortunate. We'll have to save that for like a Chalice or whatever. Ooh, I guess I could have spent it there, but yeah, it's a question of 1 turn, and I'm not ready to go off anyways. Brainstorm is not bad. I'm gonna brainstorm now and put away Force of Will and Lorien Revealed, I think. And then I'm gonna probably brainstorm on their turn. This means like if they draw a Chalice, then I'm gonna be sad I didn't have the Force of Will, but the Cavern is kind of. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? The Cavern is still in their hand. Oh my god, I'm playing so poorly. Okay. I could have forced this because they drew a petal and then got they jumped the gun. But luckily for them, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's see if this goes unpunished. Okay, well, we're getting closer. I think I'm going to draw the petal. I guess maybe the Chromox would have been better because it gets bargained, that kind of thing. So now if I find Beseech, then we have a win set up for next turn if nothing too crazy happens. But we don't, so we shuffle. Oh, God. Okay, there's the cavern. What's this? Seasoned Dungeoneer, okay. Alright, so how much am I taking next turn? So I'm taking 3 now. And then they can forge to make... Oh, this is so gross. At least they can't cast that. Yeah, next turn I'm taking... If they forge, this becomes 6/6. And then this trigger... What is it? Explore, it's a 7/7, so I'm just dead. So I basically have to auto-aura this now and hope to draw. Well, Beseech is just a win, but oh, hang on, no, I forget how this works. Okay, well, it'll cost me a Dark Ritual, but yeah, I was thinking like, oh, this is 2 mana. Okay, Beseech still, I think, does it here. It needs to be Beseech. It's Thoughtseize. So wait, if I Thoughtseize I'm at 8, then this becomes a 5/5 and then a 6/6, but that's still... Well, we'll see. We'll see what kind of nightmares they're going to dream up. Oh, there's a Chalice of the Void. Okay. Hey, maybe they won't cast it, huh? Yeah. This is 5. It's going to be 6 when it explores. Oh, what's this? Is that the one from before? Is this until your next turn? Oh, hang on. Reveal the top card. Put that into your hand. If it... Oh, just put it into your hand? Oh, if it's a land. Otherwise... So I just got this mixed up with the Caves of Chaos adventure. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna give the old Considerino here. You get to sort of the Spyglass my hand here. Wow, these sort of prisony decks do not feel pleasant to play against. But then again, it would also be beneficial if I actually look at what my opponent is doing and not let them resolve a prison piece against me when I have Forceful in hand. Okay, I think Aether Spellbomb is really good. I think Force of Negation is probably pretty good. I think Dress Down is also pretty good. And maybe that's it. I think the Bowmasters can come out. I mean, they could have Thalia, but then I'm probably fine with that. And we can still make a big Empty the Warrens. I think Empty the Warrens is good in this matchup in case they have Leyline. So yeah, let's cut Consider. I don't think I mentioned it, but the Consider is there to basically free up a slot in the sideboard for the Doomsday package and up the blue count. I think if I wasn't playing the Doomsday package, I would probably have 2 Preordain instead of a 1/1 split between Preordain and Consider. Oh, if only I had a Lotus Petal. As it is, I think I probably have to mulligan this hand. I'll keep this. I shall keep this hand. And I think I am going to throw this away here. Yeah. Opponent kept 7. I don't think I'm gonna lead on Blood Moon, not Blood Moon, on Urza Saga here, but rather I'm gonna fetch and cantrip. I'm not gonna be playing around Blood Moon because I think my hand is gonna be about this Urza Saga probably. In which case, getting another land is pretty good. Getting the Chromox is also pretty good. I'm gonna actually get the Chromox right now and imprint this Ponder so that I may brainstorm at instant speed. I guess I should have played the Petal here in case they were to go like Chalice for 0, which probably seems unlikely. Okay, this seems like a Chalice. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm just to not have it rot in my hand. And I'm gonna be drawing all of these cards, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, as long as they don't like Blood Moon me here, I think these sagas are probably going to do the trick here. Or I don't know, maybe that's too premature. Let's see, but they only have 1 mana. So yeah, just please don't Blood Moon me. I don't ask you for much. Oh, is it just land to go here? Sick. So let's see. If I play my second saga, then I will be able to, yeah, I will be able to get full value. All right, just don't Blood Moon me. That's not red mana. Okay, that is absolutely fine. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. Sure, okay. I guess I could have made my creature not enter tapped here, but it doesn't matter because I'll be untapping with it. So I'm gonna. There's a Dark Ritual I can't cast. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 mana. Oh, hang on. No, I'm gonna put the effects on the stack here. Okay, I'm going to make a creature, and then I'm gonna search for a Chromox. I suppose I could get the Aether Spellbomb, but I'll get that with the next one. And then I'm going to imprint a Dark Ritual. And then I'm going to get rid of my Lotus Petal to imprint this. Wait, what just happened? Why is there mana in my pool? What the hell? Oh, what am I not seeing here? I just messed up. So I put the ability on the stack. I don't know. I'm I'm a little bit tired here. I'm sure someone can explain to me why I have 3 mana in my pool and no creature in play. But that felt a little bit annoying. That was weird. Well, now their Ancient Tomb is gonna be a bit painful, I think. Well, now they can make red if they want to. Looks like they're making white though. Okay, it's that dude. Sure. We can oh, he enters tapped. It's funny. So they're not attacking. Okay. Or I guess maybe I think I tapped it with the trigger on the stack before. Like before I Yeah, I don't know. That was I think I probably tapped it when it had one chapter instead of two. So that was my mistake. Oh, Force of Will. That's nice. So I think I'm going to. I guess it'll Force of Will gets countered as long as this is in play. I think I'm getting Aether Spellbomb here. Okay, so now these are 6/6s, and if I attack here and they don't trade, then they will be at 2. Okay, so they do trade. All right, so I'm gonna leave the spell bomb in play here, and then I can always activate it at instant speed to bounce the friend here, and then have my force of will. I guess they should attack, seeing as he has vigilance, but never mind. And so I suppose they could have that thing that that lets you exile something at instant speed. The Touch of the Spirit Realm, I think it's called. But how about if I bounce Boromir now, so they, yeah, no, I guess because they exile one of my creatures, they're 5/5s, and then they still have to trade. I think I'm happier with Boromir dead than in their hand. In case they have access to white mana, they could exile 2 things here. In which case Boromir still dies in the trade, or not in the trade, but like in combat. Oh, it's Solitude. Okay, well then they die. I'm gonna bounce the friend here, Boromir. Okay, creatures they control gain indestructible, and the ring tempts them. And let's force of will. Splat. All right, cool. So that's the second time in this league versus a Stompy deck that like pivoting to the Saga plan really paid out in spades. But I do expect them to have access to Magus of the Moon. Okay. Do we want to do anything different here? I suspect that we don't. So let's actually just submit. I would like to eventually win with Gazwell. That's not happened at all in this league. Whether or not that's just because I have been a bit unfortunate, or the games have panned out a bit weirdly, or if that is indicative of how well this deck is able to sort of exploit Beseech the Mirror, I'm not sure. But so far, not a lot of love for Beseech the Mirror in this league. So I feel like this is a pretty good hand versus something that isn't basically a force check deck. So like if their turn one thing is like a canonist, or I guess like Chalice is actually the worst thing here. They keep 7. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna keep 7 here and hope to get an unscathed turn 1. But I'm not super optimistic. I just want to see like land go here. Or I'd rather see them play like the Phyrexian Censor than like a Chalice. I just like really don't want to like Chalice for Chalice for 0 is also kind of a pain here. So we know what we'll be getting rid of. Yeah, let's cast Brainstorm. Okay, what do you have? Archon of Emeria. Well, let's brainstorm first in case we find like Force of Will. I would like to probably force that. Well, we didn't get force. So which one, what's better? It doesn't really matter, does it? I don't think we'll be removing this. But yeah, let's put away, I guess, Petal. And Archon is in. Let's cycle this. And let's get a basic island, I guess. Ugh, the Archon is super annoying. And we draw Empty the Warrens, which we basically can't cast ever because of the Chalice for 0. I guess, no, that doesn't really matter. There's just, we don't have any way to make red mana. This can only be, well, like without Petal, I mean. So yeah, because of the Chalice. I was correct the first time. Okay, I think I'm gonna like postpone getting my fetch land thing happening here. Archon hacks for 2. I would love to get like for them not to put anything else into play. Oh, okay. Another Archon. Okay, well, I mean, Dress Down is a sweet card. Oh, jeez, that Chalice is just brutal. I guess we can get rid of these and Lorien reveal in the upkeep. Actually, let's do this and get Underground Sea, I guess. Ooh, Urza's Saga is nice, as it means if next turn we were to draw Beseech, we would have something to bargain away. But it would have to be next turn. And that pretty much means it doesn't work, right? Because we can't dress down ahead of time here. Oh, but this is actually still pretty good. Is it worth the 2 life loss to Thoughtseize them here? I think it is. So this is the one that exiles something, and they have the mana to cast it. I think I have to get rid of the Seasoned Engineer though, just because that thing is too. Okay, they can exile that. I forgot, or rather, just not used to playing against this card and wasn't reading it. Okay. So, at what point do I have to cast the dress down? Not yet, I guess. Well, there's a Beseech. Oh, this is... No, this doesn't work. I was going to say, this is so sweet. We can bargain away the dress down, but that immediately turns on these. Did I already make my land drop? Yeah. Okay. Well, it is going to be pretty tough to beat that Chalice. Oh, and this just also, ends me. Maybe not. Well, it does, right? Because now I'm at 8 from these. Then I'll be at 7. So if they name Dress Down, then I'll have to, like, wait a turn to cast the Dress Down because this adds 2 mana. If they name Beseech, then it's all fine because Dress Down just, like, gets them anyways. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling super proud about how I've played here. Okay, there is Dress Down. So I guess if I draw exactly Urza's Saga right now, and they don't, like, find a way to put another power on the board. Instead, I draw Thoughtseize. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess we can still. Oh, never mind. I'm just dead. No, I mean I can cast Dress Down on my turn, on my next turn, and then have like 2 mana. Sure. Doesn't change the clock. Okay, so I'm at 1, and if I draw the Urza Saga. That's so interesting. Is it going to be enough though? Because I can't re-bargain. So probably not. But let's see here. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is so bad. Because I'll be paying 4 mana for the Dress Down. Never mind. I'm not at it. Not at it. Yeah, this is a lost cause. We are just squeezed one way or the other, just one too many ways. Because we can't cast a ritual and then cast something because of the Archons and the Friction Sensor. The Dress Down is going to cost us all of our 4 mana. I don't know why I thought I would have like an extra mana to spare. And even if like Dress Down were to draw us into a Chrome Mox or a Petal, we are still losing to the Chalice. We can make the Saga land drop, but because of the Chalice, the Archons, it's going to enter the battlefield tapped, so it doesn't get to make mana, which would otherwise exactly be enough to at least get us off the ground. Guess I'll cast this just for the fun of it. Oh, we even drew it. Oh, Chalice. Why, Chalice? Alright. That would actually, that would have been sweet. Alright. GG's opponent. Okay, well, the good news is we're on the draw. Ha ha. The bad news is we are once again faced with a Gay as well in hand. We have a force but no blue card. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I'm gonna mulligan again. It's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna keep here. Gonna bottom the Otawara and the Underground Sea. And I'm gonna like if I find a dark ritual, not dark ritual, a lotus petal, we have like 6 goblins, which very likely isn't going to be good enough. Are we getting Thoughtseize here? Yep. Okay. Guess you take the brainstorm probably. Yep, that seems about right. Find a ponder. I'm gonna pass here. This probably is scam, but if it's like a combo deck, they would have taken the force probably. And now they're representing Bowmasters. Okay, that's not the worst draw we could have gotten here. And no, I'm gonna pass. They didn't Bowmaster us. And then they're passing, not making their land drop. That's interesting. And I have no play here. Land? Oh, Tendrils. Wow, bummer. Tell you what, I'm gonna pass here, and I'm gonna get a Lotus Petal. And then, yeah, it would probably need to be Lotus Petal. I suppose if I draw a land on my draw step, so that would be 3, 5. We spend 2 to get a construct, and then we get a Lotus Petal. Yeah. So if I draw a land or a mana source of some kind, but I don't, so I'm just gonna make mana here, and they fetch, respecting the Pithing Needle. And I could get a Chrome Mox and imprint the Tendrils. I guess no, never mind. It has to be Petal because I need the red mana. Never mind. See if they get us dirty here with a Stifle. No. Okay, so we can pay for a daze. We don't get one, so I'm gonna Thoughtseize you here. You Veil. Okay. I'm gonna Force. So maybe this is just a combo deck. Yeah, okay. Wow. This is a combo deck that's going to get another 2 turns, but is kind of stuck. I think maybe the correct take here is the Lotus Petal, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to take Lotus Petal. I'm going to make 10 goblins, and I hope their next 2 draw steps aren't good enough to get them there. Okay, so they draw land, so now they can like flashback something, but they don't have any, or like cast Paradise Lost, but they don't have anything to get. I think I'm going to consider main phase in case I hit a land drop. Bowmasters can go away. Beseech the Mirror. So this land drop has to hit business for them. That's a good one. It's a very good one. So probably any tutor gets them here. Like draw tutor +2 whatevers, put back Paradise Lost and one of the whatevers, and as long as the other one isn't like something uncastable. So in this league, I have faced basically Combo and Stompy, right? I faced Moon Stompy, I faced Tess, I faced Sneak and Show, then I faced Mono White Initiative, and now I'm facing Ant. Interesting MTGO meta. Yeah, I'm just gonna F6 here. So what do they roll here? They roll 6, then roll 1. So they only get 4 mana worth. But that's probably fine. But that means they have to hit with their Brainstorm. Unless like the last card in hand is like a Tendrils or whatever, then who cares? There's Brainstorm. And they are getting fresh cards here. They shuffled. Did they find it? Well, they're not conceding, so. Okay, they have all the mana. It's Pass in Flames and then cast Brainstorm one last. No, Brainstorm is gone. They must have it in hand. Oh, wait. I guess I don't know. I missed it. Anyways, they didn't get there. They concede. All right. The goblins were good enough. Let's see here. Shieldred is somewhat appealing. Force of Negation. Dothy Voidwalker. Don't think I want Doomsday. I think I will ditch the empty and like a Saga or maybe 2, and then like a Preordain and a Consider. We're down to 18 blue cards again. Is it just the whole Saga package? Is that just not like that appealing versus combo? I think like I'd rather have like disruptive delvers within the form of Dothy and I guess like Shieldred at the high end. All right, let's keep this. It has like Force of Will, Force of Negation, and like a turn 1 Dothy if we get rid of the Beseech, which I think is probably fine here. And I'm pretty happy to draw the Ponder because, well, it's a good card, but it's also like if we draw another blue card next turn, then we have double blue card, double force. Yeah, and they're getting their graveyard filled as much as possible. Sure. Dothy is in. Their Past in Flames and Paradise Lost lines are out. Also Beseech the Mirror if they happen to have that. And we have a discard insulated hand. So Dothy Voidwalker doesn't say anything about the timing. So you can cast, like, I believe, spells at instant speed, even though they aren't instants. So we could keep open Dothy, and then, like, when if they go for a lot of rituals, for instance, then we can, yeah, if you take my meaning, then we, like, when they crack their Misty, we can sack it to Thoughtseize them. But I'm not sure that's better than actually beating them down here, and so I'm gonna do that. So they need to go off not through the graveyard and through a force, which is obviously not at all impossible. Beating the force is probably the easier part. They just need, like, a Veil of Summer or a Thoughtseize now. There's Petal. If they have Shieldred, that's pretty bad for us. Adnaz from 13, showing the Veil here. Did they make their land drop here? I don't think they did. Oops. Turn 3, no, it's turn 3. Just trying, like, they wouldn't do this if they didn't have Veil, I don't think. I think I'll just let this happen. So, Veil of Summer is revealed. I do believe they have one of those already. There's a land. That's probably good enough. Xantit Swarm. How about that? So they need to build Storm 10 here. So, okay, that doesn't make green, I guess. That does. Cabal Ritual. That's 3 black. So if I force here, they Veil. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, hang on. So there's a Veil of Summer. Now they have LED. So I don't think it matters whichever way I do this. Yeah, I'm dead to the Wish Claw. Damn. Okay. That was nice. I guess I'll never know if they had the Veil that I suspected, and maybe I should just have realized that this wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so there was a Veil, right? Or did they reveal 2 Veil of Summers? So they discard 2, and they cast 1, and I believe they only revealed 1, or they only revealed 2. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. Not that it matters, just, you know, my bruised ego. And look, if he had just been untapped, but no. Maybe that's just, it needs to not be like looked at as a clock, the Dothy. They have Flusterstorm as well. That's interesting. All right, cool. Let's go for the final game. I think the Xantit Swarms, we have that covered with Bowmasters. All right. I suppose I'm going to keep this hand. And I'm going to Thoughtseize them. I'm not in love with this hand, though. It is pretty slow. And Shieldred, like, doesn't just end the game, because they have ways to beat her with like ad nauseam. Okay. So that's a pretty good hand. That's actually a really, really nutty good hand. Damn. I'm actually gonna take the Thoughtseize here, because I don't want to lose Shieldred. And if they give me Ponder without Veil backup, I think I'm gonna force it, because I don't think these forces are gonna get to do anything. Oh, Thoughtseize? How nice. Well, I am gonna force. That felt really bad. Dark Ritual. Yay! Alright, cool. I'm gonna play this, even though it also does other things. So, let's hope. Like, they have so much mana. They have, if in the top 4 cards, or they get a 5th look at a shuffle off Ponder, if they just find, like, a business spell, then we're dead. So we need them to brick here. And then for us to, like, maybe draw, I don't know, something. They shuffle. Okay, that's nice at least. Okay, they're passing. So let's and we draw Thoughtseize. I think we Thoughtseize them here because we're basically like Stone Raining their Lotus Petal and cycling one of their Veils. So the Veil becomes something else and they lose a mana source, which I think is probably okay. And they draw a card and lose a life. I'll lose 2 life. Yeah, because Shoulder It, unlike Bowmasters, doesn't target. Okay, so now they're at 9. Then they'll be at 7. Which unfortunately is 1 more than 6, which is what they, what I would like them to have been at. Oh, wow, okay. They're sacking? They don't know what's on top, right? So they're just going hell for leather here with 4 mana floating. I don't think they can win now. Famous last words and all. Because they're going to have 1 card and then 4 mana. Yeah, okay. And they concede. It's like they're thinking even like Tendrils would get like just even out the life loss. MC the Warrens would give them 6 goblins, but that's not enough. Okay,